See me. So this event is going to be recorded for the benefit of others. Assalamu alaikum, namaskar. Welcome to second global webinar on BCSP certification for safety, health and environment social media group members. I am Ashok Garlapati, and whichever part of the world you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. And I am Ashok Garlapati speaking to you from state of Kuwait today. I am ambassador as well as a director of the Board of Certified Safety Professionals, USA. I prefer you kindly keep on the mute so that we can clearly listen to the presentation as well as, understand everything what I'm going to present. In case you have any questions or any clarifications, please put on the chat box and we can take up those questions at the end of my presentation. This presentation is going to go for almost 1 hour, and depending on the questions as well as any comments or suggestions, we can always keep it open, maybe up to 90 minutes or so. So that's about our focus today. We are going to have a very interactive discussions based, on the BCSP certifications. As I was telling that my name is Ashok Garlapati. I'm a CSP holder as well as a chartered fellow of FASSP and QEP, which is a qualified environment professional, as well as the FASSP, which is a fellow of ASSP, American Society of Safety Professionals.
Hello. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes. Good evening. Thank you very much. Kindly mute on your this thing, okay? Thank you. So I'm speaking to you from state of Kuwait. On the right side, you see the monument, which we call it as a Kuwait Towers. So it's like a Taj Mahal to India, Liberty Statue to US, something like that. So I just wanted to welcome you all for the state of Kuwait today. And as I was telling that this is the second global webinar on BCSP certifications. I did one webinar on 6th August 2021 based on the request from Mr. Bapi, who is our very active social media group of CSP, which is running from India. Very active guy. And today also, based on the request from that particular group, I am conducting this particular webinar. And as you see on the screen, we have 496 registrations, gentlemen, today. And ladies, I'm sure some ladies may be there. So these are the representatives from different parts of the world. If your country is not mapped, I'm sure everything is mapped. If it is not mapped, as you see on the screen, please put on the chat box from which country you are representing. We just want to know if I missed any country here. So with that, I just want to go to the agenda of today. I'll be giving a brief safety, health, and environment movement, which we call it in this part of the world. Anything we do it, we start with the HSE movement, and we'll have a brief introduction, why we are attending this particular session, what benefits you are going to get by doing these certification courses. Then we will focus mainly on the BCSP certifications, which is a Board of Certified Safety Professionals. And also I'll be sharing some resources and experience sharing by recent ASP and CSP achievers. In fact, this particular agenda point was not there in first global webinar, but I felt that it is because so many rules are being changed now and then, and there are 2 people who will be sharing their experience of their experience of completing ASP and CSP. One Mr. Ramana from Kuwait, one Mr. Yashwanth from Kuwait as well. They are the recent ASP and CSP achievers, less than 3 months almost. So they'll be sharing their experience and how they went through the process. So that will be very good and interesting to learn by others also. Then we will keep it open for the question and answer session. And I'm sure many of your companies also following this. We call it as a HSE movement. Some people call it as a safety, health, and environment movement and value movement as well. So now I just want to focus on the value movement because HSC movement where all the HSC professionals, everybody knows. Okay, so let's focus on the value movement today. I am presenting you today here a comfort and growth zone. Generally in comfort zone, normally you don't necessarily feel challenged by your work. You go to the 7 to 3 job and do it, have lunch and sleep. That's what is going on. You take it very easily and complete the things easily, leisurely, because it has become a routine, and you don't feel the need to change your routine because you don't want the headache of or the panic of having to learn new things. That is the comfort zone. But if you want to grow in your career, in your life, you need to enter into the growth zone. You may feel opposite side, but entering in the growth zone is a big challenge. I'm sure around 496 people have registered. That means they want to enter into the growth zone. And they registered. I think, I don't know how many, about 70 plus people are attending today. And those are the people who really wants to enter into the growth zone. Here are the just some of the big benefits of coming your way in the growth zone. Number one benefit is a personal and professional growth. Obviously, you agree with me that. More innovation and creative thinking, a lesson in humility, but also a confidence boost. I can see the people who have gone through this particular process of certification, their confidence levels have increased to a drastically or substantially, better problem solving, adaptability when you're in the growth zone, and building a wider network and earning valuable contacts. On the right side, you see, right side of the screen, you see there are 5 steps. If you go to the LinkedIn, there is a group called Better Business, Better Life. And they have given a very good example of how you can move from the comfort to the growth zone. There are 5 ways they say, and I just want to repeat those 5 ways. And if you want to learn more, go to this growth zone or this particular group and explore yourself. Take a screenshot of this particular slide. You can go to the LinkedIn afterwards also. The 5 ways, what they say is that change up your daily routine, what you're doing. If you want to go into the growth zone, you have to be very smart. You have to utilize your time promptly and diversify your circle and challenge your beliefs. You don't need to be with the safety family alone. You need to expand your, your contacts, your networking, grow your skill set. That's why you're all here, gentlemen and ladies, today. Grow your skill set. That's one of the things. Look into the neuroplasticity. That means you are going to expose your new items, new things, new challenges. Your brain has to take those challenges, neuroplasticity we call it, and you'll get more information there, and get a business coach. And that's why we have the mentoring programs. Today also you'll come across so many mentors. Mr. Safdar Khan is our chapter's vice president in Kuwait, and he's also one of the mentor. As I am presenting, you can pose questions to him. He will clarify in the chat box itself many of the things, So get a business coach, get a mentor if you want to go into the growth zone. So this is what I just wanted to cover under this value movement. This is more than enough, but you can go to LinkedIn site and get more information there. So let's go into our introduction of the agenda today. As you see on the screen, this is a very conventional process for becoming a HSC professionals in our part of the world. Mostly people are from Asian regions as well as African region today. And in our part of the world, if you want to become a HSC professional, either you go through the academic courses or you go to the part-time or correspondence courses or the short-term training certificate courses like ASSP offers so many certificate programs, or by work experience. If you are worked in operations and as part of the job rotation, they'll be moving into the safety. So you will become a safety professional that way also. So these are some of the ways I perceive. These are some of the ways one can become a HSC professionals in this part of the world. But if you see something else in your mind, you can always put in the chat box. I just want to focus on the next slide, how the Western world is giving another opportunity to become a safety professionals. apart from the left side, all we have listed, which we are following. In addition, they have another thing called the certification. So you go through the certification in a field which you want to be. We are talking only about the safety certification today, but there are hundreds of certifications available in every field. So we are all safety professionals. Let's talk about the safety certifications today. And in Western part of the world, there is another opportunity to become a HSE professional. That's about the certification. And we are slowly grabbing that opportunity, bringing that best practices to our part of the world also. So let's see what exactly is the certification and the certificate. The certificate is the one which you are going through the education process. Either you do the 4 years engineering degree or the 3 years science bachelor degree or the diploma course. All these are the certificate programs, which means you will go through the education process, you will write the exams, the completion of the course, you will get the certificate, and that certificate is valid for your lifetime. No, it is not, there is no expiry date of that. In the end result, individual may or may not need to demonstrate the knowledge of course content at the end of the set period of time. You will go through the exams, you will pass the exams, but those are the random questions, but you will not be able to demonstrate your knowledge, because that's what is the theoretical things you have gained from this particular certificate program. The left side, you see the certification process, which is a result from an assessment process, typically requires some amount of the professional experience and awarded by a third party, and it indicates the competency as measured against a defensible set of standards, set of regulations, usually by an application of examination process. It results in a designation. For example, if you go through the education academic program, you get a BE or Bachelor of Engineering or Master of Engineering. But in this case, you will get a designation to use one after the name, like a CSP, Certified Safety Professionals. And another important thing of the certification process is this is an expiry. It has got an expiry date. Once in certain period of time, you need to demonstrate that you are improving your skills, you are maintaining your competency levels. So mainly to ensure that you are capable of handling the challenges because of the technological developments and other things. So this is the advantage of the certification process. You see, even though we have a good number of academic courses, the certification has got its own value, And even myself, I recruit so many safety officers and safety engineers in our company. But when CV comes with the certification, okay, Mr. Ramesh or Ramana is a ASP or CSP, we will have a special attention towards that particular CV, So that's one of the advantage, because we also went through that process. We also got the benefit of that certifications. We know the value of the certifications. We know how the candidate has got a commitment to enter into the comfort zone to the growth zone. That's one of the advantage of having the certifications. And you may ask me, okay, I got a very good job. Why the hell I should do this certification? Why should I spend so much money? So you may ask me so many things like that. But my next slide gives the answer to you for that. It gives you will demonstrate the competency. Okay. It also advances safety professionalism, and competitive advantage. You will stand apart from the crowd, and it also demonstrates the credibility. Some third party certification provider is giving you that particular certification, so it has got a credibility and it sets the standards. And not only that, at the end of the day, you need to have a bottom line, how much more salary I'll be getting that. That also it helps pay and mobility also, because mobility in the sense that you will have a wider opportunities for this, employment. You can always go into that. And contract qualifications. Many operating companies are asking for this. Your employer, your contractor company should have these people who are having these certifications. This is also one of the requirements. In fact, I was attending recently, almost 3 weeks back in Dubai, the regional networking meeting of the BCSP, where I presented different GCC companies, how they are embedded these certifications into their contracts, into their employment advertisements. into their system of procedures. So these are the requirements. This is very, very important that certifications are important. I know that the academic programs are very important. Those are the basic foundations, but these certifications are very much will bring you the competency, will make you competitive advantage for the upcoming challenges. It's not only me. There was a certificate. I mean, there was a study conducted by the ASSP, which is the American Society of Safety Professionals, in 2019, and this particular pie chart will give you the information. It was a question was asked why you have done the CSP, what is the need for the certification programs. So 47% of the people, not exactly 47%, but yeah, 6% of the people said that it is required by the government. Almost 40% of the people said that required by the employer, and the recognition by the peers. 13% said that. The highest percentage is 32%, which is opportunities for the career advancement and increased competitive advantages, and about 26% said that potential to increase in the salary. So it is required by the some of the employers, some of the government, and recognition by the peers, and also it is a potential for increase in the salary. So you have so much of benefits, and this is a real survey done with the the ASSP members during the PDC 2019. So in addition to that, there is a Safety, Health and Environment Industry Salary Survey, which was done by the BCSP in association with other organizations. And 9 in 10 SHE professionals indicated that they were employed full-time as of January 1st, 2020. The median annual base salary for this group as of the date is $98,000. Among all employed respondents, 4% indicated that they are located outside US and Canada, and full-time employees in these other countries typically get less than those in the US and Canada at a median of $48,000. So that indicates that the certifications really helping to improve not only the competency and credibility, but at the salary also, bottom line also. So that's what I just want to say, that it's very important. In simple language, every CSP is getting almost $30,000 more per year once he completes his certification. So there are a lot of advantages, not only with the knowledge wise, but the bottom line salary wise also. And there is a need to gear up with and have global competences in the field of HSC profession. Nowadays, the world is growing. We need to gear up for the all these challenges. One of the solution, one of the skill set is the certification. And at the end of the day, of course, we got convinced with the why certification should be gone. But at the end of the day, we also will find out which certification to choose. So, for example, if you go into the Google and find out certification programs in health, safety, and environment field, you will get around 400,000 results. So that's huge to select. So how do you select? How do you choose? And like what we choose in our industry, when we choose the PPE or any equipment, we always go through the which standard this is complying, and which standard this is complying, and whether it is already proven. So many things we check. So in a similar way, there are plenty of certification programs and titles available in the field of safety, and the growth in titles create many questions for the users. And what characteristic defines the quality? As I was telling, that when we choose PPE, we always look for the standards, how it is complying into the standard. Even the certification bodies, we should check whether they are really accredited to the standards. There are 2 standards. One is a National Commission of Certifying Agencies. Go into that, Google it, and you will get the list of certification bodies which are approved by this particular agency. And there is an ANSI standard also, ISO IEC 17024, general requirements for bodies operating certification systems of personnel. which are offering the certification programs. So these two are the recognition bodies because they have a very strict audit program of these bodies. So we can always confidently consider that they are very credible certification bodies. One of the certification body approved by these agencies is Board of Certified Safety Professionals. Today we are going to talk about the BCSP certifications. I'll just briefly talk about the BCSP and what are the certifications they have it, how the application process, and also the recertification. Then we'll also listen from our experience sharing by our two gentlemen today. And yes, as I was telling that there are 15, this ANSI 17024 standard is for the certifications given by the bodies to the people, okay? And there are categories into that. And safety, health, environment related certifications approved by ANSI are about 15 as of today. 15 certification programs they have approved, okay? Out of these 15, 8 are from the BCSP, others like a CAH and other things. But you'll be surprised to see that 8 certification programs by the BCSP are out of 15, 8 are from the BCSP. So that gives you can understand how credible BCSP is, and not only that, there are other certification programs are like CIH and CDGP, CHMM, CHMP, CRMP, and SCTPP. So these are the 15 certification bodies approved by the ANSI, and out of that, 8 are from the BCSP. Okay, and of course, BCSP is almost just 2 years back. It celebrated 50 years of its, 50 years of. This is the 50 years of the BCSP celebration where I attended as a board of director this particular event, and it is a non-for-profit organization headquartered in Indianapolis, US, and we have the 14 member. 9 to 14, it is changing board of directors, and I am one of the board of directors since the year 2019. As I was telling that it is not a membership organization, and of course it's internationally recognized. So far around 75 countries are having the BCSP certification holders in the world as of today, and it is a organization special consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council since 2014. So it has got a good reputation, recognition in the world. And of course, its mission is to inspire and develop the leaders in the SHE profession through globally accredited certification, enhancing careers, advancing the profession, protecting people, a safer world through safety, health, and environmental leadership. Okay. And there are endorsing organizations, we call it, and who are supporting this particular BCSP, like ASSP is one of the organizations. We have the NISTA, National Environmental Safety and Health Training Association. Mr. Sham, please mute your thing. Ramana, if you can mute him, I'm not sure. Yes, thank you. Okay, so there are 8 endorsing organizations. So those are the organizations which are endorse the ASSP, and it has got we call it as a BCSP as a credentialing leader, and the CSP is a gold certification in the safety profession. So it has got a history of excellence, exceptional standards of governance, integrity in examination process. It is an international organization, maintains higher standards of accreditation. As of today, about 57,000 active certification holders are there. I was telling 175 countries, but it has grown up to 108 countries in the recent past, the last year to this year. So there are a lot of recognition, and there are 8 certification programs which we were talking. All those 8 have been categorized into 4 types: professional, management, technician and supervisory, and training. So each certification is designed for a specific job level or role within the safety practice, and they can be used as a pathway for advancing from one job to another, All certifications are designed for safety, health, and practitioners, and except STS and STSC, I'm just going to talk about that. These are the certification programs which have been offering by the BCSP. One is a CSP, Certified Safety Professional, ASP, Associated Safety Professional, Safety Management Specialist, Occupational Hygiene and Safety Technician, and Constructive Health and Safety Technician, and Safety Trained Supervisor, Safety Trained Supervisor Construction, and Certified Instructional Training. So these are the 8 certification holders, programs. And if you see the safety culture, where these people are fitting into it, this is called a BCSP certification continuum. One way to talk about BC certification and their application in the industry is using the safety continuum model. The need for safety exists in all levels of organization. I'm sure everybody is aware of that. And thus, BCSP certification helps to promote safety competence at all levels. And this particular slide can also provide insight on career progression along this continuum. And you will notice that SMS is just behind the CSP. They are the management level, because for many safety practitioners, especially those without a university degree, they are eligible for SMS. We are going to talk about that. And CSP is the highest level of the certification programs, whereas the GSP and TSP and ASP, though considered to be in the level 1 professional category, are stepping stones for many professionals on their way to the CSP. So this is a safety continuum, we call it, but everything is fit into the this particular continuum where each certification program is fit into that. As I was telling that this is a very dynamic figure, and this is yesterday's figure 57506, and there are many people undergoing these certification programs every day. So this is a very dynamic figure. And as I was telling that I was recently participating in a networking meeting at Dubai organized by the BCSP, and I got statistics from the BCSP directory from the website. And you'll be surprised to see this is figures from our comparison for our region. And the first one is, of course, the US, 57,000 something. And the next one is the India. The highest in the world, having more number of certifications, is India. The third one is UAE. The fourth one is Saudi Aramco. And the fifth one is Canada. And of course, Qatar and Pakistan and all those other, Kuwait and other countries are coming in the line. But you can, I want to show you this, that a lot of growth is seen in this part of the world. We are almost taking over, many other countries, Western countries, having number of certification holders in this part of the region. So there is a lot of opportunities. People will not just like that take up these certification programs without any benefit, So I'm just telling you that this is the highest registration I've seen for the BCSP webinar. I have conducted several things. 496 registrations is a very good number. People have shown, that many people have shown the interest. That's very interesting to see the acceptance of these certifications, and they are accepted because there is a benefit, there is a recognition, there is a credibility. I just want to tell you on that. So now, since you already registered, since you are attending, now let's talk about how to go through this process. When I did in 2008, everything is a paper-based. I had to send my application by courier to US. I had to send my original certificate to US. So there was so much of hassle and so much of uncertainty when whether my certificates will come back or no. But now the system has been made it very smooth and simplified. You can apply online. You can determine your eligibility for which certification you want to do it. You can purchase the exam. You can attend the exam online and pass the exam, as well as you can maintain the certificate. Everything is available. Now there are plenty of online resources also available. Earlier we used to have such a big bounded books, Now everything is online. You can get a CD, or you can get the smartphone application. So many resources. So you are lucky to have all those resources, yeah. And applying online, you can go to the bcsp.org. You can create a profile. For creating profile and going through that, there is no fees. Once you decide it, you will have to pay the application fees of $160. And since you are attending this particular course, you will be having $100 waiver through a BCSP code. So that also you are lucky to get that, in fact. And yeah, what are the eligibility requirements? Basically, these certification programs focus on the 4 E's. One is education, and the second one is experience, and the third one is the examination, and the fifth one, very important thing, is ethics. How better you are performing your duty as per your ethics, And additional requirements for the CSP are must pass 2 exams or maintain a qualifying credential. Either you pass ASP and CSP, or there is a waiver program which I am going to talk. You will be understanding whether you are eligible for the waiver or no. After we going through the slides, then we can also have a question and answer session. And let's talk about the CSP eligibility requirement. Bachelor degree is a mandatory, and people always assume that engineering is a must. No, any bachelor degree, either it can be the BCom or BA or the BSc or the BE, any bachelor degree recognized by the that particular universities are eligible for the examination, CSP examination. And you need to have a minimum 4 years of experience and pass the ASP or hold an approved equivalent. Of course, commitment to the BCSP Code of Ethics. So these degree programs and schools must be accredited. An accredited school is the one that is recognized by the US Department of Education or the Council of Higher Education Accreditation. Okay. When applying for the ASP and CSP, who is a degree from a college outside US, those degrees will be evaluated by the BCSP for US equivalency. Earlier, that was also we have to pay separately, but now BCSP takes care of all those things. So you need to provide only the digital copies of your certificates. Again, ASP eligibility requirements are minimum academic requirement, accredited associate degree in safety, health, and environment field, or bachelor degree in any field, and 1 year experience, ethics committed to the BCSP Code of Ethics. And we have the TSP, which is a transitional safety practitioner, which is introduced recently, mainly for the people who are outside US, whose qualifications are QEPs, qualified equivalent programs. That means you are going through the safety related academic program outside US. If you are able to demonstrate that you are equivalent, qualified equivalent program, there is a process for that. So you will get a ASP waiver automatically, and you will get a TSP designation until you complete the CSP. So it's the benefits are being a path forward to the CSP, a waiver of the ASP examination, recognition for the level preparation of the professional safety practice, and certificate awarding the TSP designation, and access to the BCSP Career Center. So you can also go through the employment opportunities and other things. What exactly is the QEPs? QEP is the one curriculum-based certificate, diploma, or international degree program in safety, health, and environment, substantial match to ASP blueprint. In fact, today, one of the guy is going to share his experience who got his CSP. He got the waiver also through this particular QEP program. There are currently 15 eligible certificate diploma holders are there. And you can also, go through the list, which I'm going to show you, but it is available in the, our website also. These are the countries. These are the different countries. Mostly from India, we have plenty, and other parts of the world also catching up. Singapore and Nigeria, they're also available there. But I'm sure you're unable to see the screen. But you can go to the BCSP website or put in the Google QEP, approved QEPs by BCSP. You will get all those things. Let's talk about another certification plan, which is SMS. SMS is the one which is a safety management systems specialist. You remember one of the main requirements for the CSP is the bachelor's degree. If you don't have the bachelor degree, you have the good experience in the safety field, you are eligible for this. So that's one of the new things introduced by the BCSP in the year 2017. And there are so many SMS are there, and you should have a 10 years experience, and your job should be at least 35% of the tasks are related to the management of safety and other things. You are eligible for that. And these are the other certification programs, it's not a higher level, it's a non-supervisory level, we can say. Occupation safety technician, 3 years experience, 35% primary jobs duty in safety, and very minimum educational requirements, in fact. And CHST requirement, 3 years experience, and STS safety trained supervisor and safety trained construction supervisor, 30 years of formal safety related training only required, and 2 years supervisory experience, 4 years work experience, and out of total 4 years, and 2 years is the safety, and associate degree or higher in occupational safety, completion of a 2-year trade or union trading. And these are the mostly these low-level certification are being taken by within US. It is not spread outside US much. And this is the one program CIT, Certified Instructional Trainer. And please join me in congratulating Safdar Khan, who is attending our meeting today. He got through the CIT in one attempt, I think. So he is one of the CIT. Earlier it used to call as a certified environmental safety trainer. Now they are calling as an instructional trainer. So the advantage of this is that as a safety professional, we do a lot of trainings, and you will get a lot of benefits from this particular CIT. So that's one of the advantage. And I was mentioning focusing on the certificate and certification. One of the requirement was the expiry date. So this is what we are talking now, recertification requirements. Every 5 years, you need to demonstrate that you are improving your skills. So, there are categories. If you are practicing safety professional or membership in any safety organization service, means you are doing some voluntary service to BCSP or ASSP or anything. If you are presenting publications and conferences, any patent services to BCSP and professional development conferences attendings and safety related courses. After doing certification also, you'll be doing some courses. So you'll also get some points for that, and advanced degrees or additional certification. So there are so many other ways you do the recertification. So for these CSP, ASP, and SMS, you need to get 25 points every year, every 5 years. And for example, if you do the 1 hour presentation, or if you are undergoing some session of 1 hour, you will get a 0.1. So like 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, you need to accumulate to 25 points over 5 years period. If you are not able to demonstrate, or if you are not able to record, earlier we used to send a worksheet, and now everything is online. You go to BCSP website and do it, everything is online, is available. And yes, so recertification requirements for the STS and STS is 30 hours, either attend or teaching. So of course, we are not much focusing on that. And let's talk about the resources for HSE professionals. What are the resources? And yes, so let's talk about the resources. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses, having an examination preparation and study plan. And there is a blueprint. Blueprint is nothing but, in our language, we call it as a syllabus. So you can get the syllabus from the BCSP website free of cost. There is a BCSP also has got another platform called the Exam Core. So it's a preparatory package where you have to pay extra amount. There are online self-assessments also there. You have to pay for that also. And you need to have developing a test-taking strategy. I'm going to introduce 2 people. They'll be sharing their strategy, how it will help to them, and understanding how to use on-screen calculator. Earlier, we used to take the calculator, but now they are not available. It should be online. So you can have there is a YouTube video available on that, how to use the calculator. Practice also, you can make it. And this is what I was telling, Exam Core. So training from the source or your path to success. Of course, you have to pay fees, extra fees for this, but there is a good, resources available in the BCSP website itself. And BCSP also has got a recertification program, means you may be undergoing several challenges in maintaining those recertification points. Of course, in this part of the world, we attend the trainings, we attend the conferences, but sometimes you may not have those opportunities, and you can go through this particular Recert Pro and maintain or get your recertification points by going through certain quizzes, certain packages, and of course, you need to pay separately for that. And of course, we have the 7 steps to safety certifications. There are 7 steps, which is a pick up a certification right for you, meet the educational requirement, meet work experience requirement, apply online, purchase exam, sit for the exam, meet recertification requirements. So these are the simple 7 steps. We can conclude the whole process. And keys to success. Keys to success is, of course, I'm not going to talk much about that, but we have a due demonstration of those people who have completed recently. You may use the various approach to prepare for the examination, complete self-assessment examination, perform individual study, and
okay.
Mr. Ram, you should mute. Okay, prepare for the examination, participate in informal study groups, attend, of course, when I say study groups in Kuwait, we have a study group being run by Mr. Sanjay Jaiswal and Mr. Srikanth. Every Friday, every weekend, they meet, about 5-10 people meets there, discuss them, this some sort of a discussion. And it's a very, very useful way of getting the knowledge, So study groups really contributes to a large extent. Some keys to success include knowing your strengths and weaknesses, SWOT analysis, we call it, having an examination preparation plan, developing a test-taking strategy, understanding how to use your calculator, because you should not lose the time there. You need to have a good usage of the calculator online. Of course, the physical calculator has got a big catalog and other things, but online you should be really familiar with that. And having an examination study plan, that's more important thing is roadmap. If you attend those study courses by Mr. Sanjay Jaiswal, for the people who are in Kuwait, you can write to me if you want his number, I can share, or you can put a request in the chat box, so we'll share that. So that will give a good information. So now I want to give the floor to the 2 gentlemen who have recently passed about the ASP as well as CSP. And the first gentleman is a very active guy who has grown from the, very, what I say that with his own hard work, I can say he entered into the safety field. He's an excellent hard worker who has got a very good skills. He works in the, International Oil and Gas Division of the Alganim International, and he's HSC supervisor there. He's also active member of ASSP, and he's also lead auditor of ISO 9001, 14001, 45001, and 22000. I think it's a food safety. And he's a general safety trainer from Global OSHA as well, from US. He's a scaffolding trainer from STI USA, an international award in delivering training programs from HABC UK. And he has been, I know him from last 10 years or so. He has been going through the, like a grinding. He has gone from the comfort zone to the growth zone over a decade period. Now, recently he has passed the ASP, so you can always interact with him, and he will share his experience, how he passed the ASP examination. So the floor is yours, Ramana. Please go ahead. You can unmute, Ramana. Yes. Go ahead. I can't hear you, Ramana, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me? My
Yeah,
network is very poor, it seems.
No problem. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
not able to listen to your voice clearly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to log into other device, but unfortunately, it's not logging in.
No, it's
Anyway.
fine. We can hear you, Ramana. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity given to me.
Yes. So our friends, almost 100 and...
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. There are 107 friends are looking forward for your success story. Please go ahead. Ramana, your connection is weak, maybe. Ramana, we have No problem, Ramana. We have a plan B. So I will go to the second guy. In between, you may record your WhatsApp audio and share it with me. I will play that if you are unable to connect on the Zoom call, okay?
I think it's clear now.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead, Ramana. Ramana, I can't hear at least. I'm not sure about others are able to hear.
No, yeah, voice is not clear. Voice is not clear.
Yes. Ramana, we'll come back to you, not to worry. So we'll come back to you. Get the good connection. Okay, Ramana, just hold on. Maybe you can come back and we can just put a chat message. Then we will see that. Okay. So let me introduce another gentleman who has cleared his CSP recently on the eclipse day, solar eclipse day. He is working as a environmental advisor for the Kuwait drilling company. And he is here with us today, Yashwanth Garlapati, and he can share his experience, which is a fresh from the oven, I call it. So Mr. Yashwanth, go ahead.
Hi, good. Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right. That's great. All right. I'm not going to have my camera on because since I'm having network connectivity issues as well. So this will we will have to adjust with this for now. It's good to see a large gathering of people, around 120 participants, ASP and CSP aspirants. So after passing my CSP exam last week, I've been receiving quite a few messages actually from the safety professionals on my LinkedIn and WhatsApp for guidance and tips to pass the CSP exam. So I decided to share the methodology and study techniques that earned me the success in the first attempt. So as it has been mentioned before, be advised, this information is not a guaranteed roadmap. There is no specific formula for achieving these credentials. What worked for me may not work for you. However, if you get anything from this, I'm hoping it's a motivation and fuel for your fire. Like any worthwhile endeavor, achieving the ASP or the CSP requires hard work and effort. Good work requires focus, and focus is something we take for granted, but it also must be guarded against any distractions in our life. Especially the days in which our focus can be compared to that of a goldfish. I think concentration is the new currency for success. So in order to maximize focus during my preparation, I kept my smartphone on silent and as far as possible away from my study. There's actually a new feature on Windows 11 that helps you to schedule focus sessions, which help you to break your study sessions into intervals and separated by short breaks. I think it's a great time management method. It's also called the Pomodoro technique for those of you who heard before. I'm quite active on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn actually helped me remain motivated. I think there is something to be said about seeing constant professional success stories and testimonials from other safety professionals. And this has been stressed a lot of times before. Have a steady plan. Don't go into the exam thinking you're big and bad enough to go and have prepared. Motivate yourself by considering failure is not an option. I'm quite budget conscious, so I cannot fathom taking these exams more than once. It's a lot of money, and you make it a goal, and you work hard to take these exams and pass it on the first attempt. So out of respect for the certifying body and all things ethical, I will not give in depth. I'll not give in-depth details about the exam content. I recommend you study the information in the blueprint, and that was my guide and planner. I made sure to know something about the basis of each line item that was mentioned in the blueprint. And these are some of the tips I have for those planning to take the ASP or the CSP. Devote time to study daily. I studied a minimum of 3 to 4 hours a day for about 2 months leading up to the CSP exam. I made sure to schedule the date of the CSP exam so that I know when I'm supposed to take it by. Before you take the CSP, before you start your preparation, make sure you schedule your date for the exam. Otherwise, you're just going to keep postponing it and prolonging the date of the exam. I was watching safety videos on YouTube during my lunchtime, trying to make the most of my free time. I used several books that were listed on the CSP blueprint references, which is available on the CSP website. However, my favorite resource was the Safety Professionals Reference and Study Guide by W.D. Yates. I found this guide easy to read, yet very thorough. Before I started preparation, I went through the book first to last page, taking notes in the process that I could come back to. Roger Brower's Safety and Health for Engineers was also quite helpful, which provided more in-depth knowledge of the concepts that are mentioned in the CSP examination. See, as I mentioned before, technology can be your foe or your friend. I installed 2 applications on my phone that is available on the Android Play Store that I used to study throughout the day, especially when I had idle time, like waiting for a doctor or a dentist appointment or waiting for my colleagues to join me in the meeting room. I used the Bowen app and the Pocket Prep app. Both offer sample test questions, and they can be set up to send alerts to remind you to study. However, I went for the paid version, which provides access to over 2,000 questions. I covered 100% of these questions, it was really helpful. So when you answer these questions, make sure you learn about the wrong options as well, not just the right ones. Familiarize yourself with the calculator. Download the calculator on your PC, which is actually shown on the screen during the exam. Use this calculator for doing all your math and chemistry questions. This calculator is free for 3 months. I will post the link of where you can download the calculator from once I'm done with my segment. Now from my exam experience, a lot of tension actually builds up in that exam seat. So I was quite nervous. I could say that I'm not going to hide it. So highly recommend once you answer a set of few questions, step away a few times and close your eyes for a few movements to gather yourself. I try to take at least a couple of minutes of breathing after answering 50 questions. There's 200 questions in the exam, so after around 50 questions, I took like a 5-minute break. I took the test in Kuwait, and they didn't even allow bottles of water inside the test room. So whenever I needed to have some water, I paused the exam and took a 5-minute break just to recollect myself. So also remember, you're being tested on the knowledge and application of the content. So whatever you study, make sure you understand. Don't try to rote learn or mug up everything without understanding the significance behind the concept. You have to understand the meaning of what you're reading in the book, or all the questions you're answering. If I felt the problem required additional focus during the exam, or I wasn't very sure about the answer, you can flag the question and just press next and answer the next question. I needed my focus for the questions which are phrased very long. So I made it a goal to go back to the flagged ones after I finished the exam. So I think by the time I answered all the 200 questions, I had 15 minutes left. So I went back really quick, answered all the flagged questions, all the incomplete questions, and started going through my entire paper once again. Here are some pointers that helped me during my study and exam. Uh, I cannot stress this enough. You have to read the entire question, answer it in your mind first, and obviously read every answer option. There's four options for the right answer, and go through every option. Even if you find the first option to be right, make sure you read the other three options. Eliminate what through my experience of study and my exam, I've realized that out of the four options, at least I think two of them are generally you can easily reject those options because they're certainly wrong, and you're stuck with two options and select the best answer. It's important to select the best answer, not to the question being asked, not just an answer that seems correct. Always select a book answer, even if you don't believe in it. Just to conclude everything, there is no one book that prepares for the CSP exam. Preparation is based on your experience in safety for the industry you work and having general knowledge of other industries that you may never work during your safety career. If you search the internet for CSP practice questions, the majority will be full of math calculation. I think this is quite a misrepresentation of the test content. Approximately 20% of the test contains some type of math or statistics. The rest of the test is dependent on your critical thinking, and it attempts to assess your knowledge in safety as a decision maker, supporting your organization. I'd just like to conclude by saying I'm open for mentoring. If you're interested, you can fill in the form, the mentor form that is available on the BCSP website. I will share my details to you, which will assign me as your mentor, and I can provide you guidance and supervision to achieve this credential. Thank you. That'll be it.
Thank you, Yashwanth, for sharing your experience as well as some of the good tips. Of course, if anybody is interested, you can always leave your information in the chat box, or of course, he is going to leave his information there. I'm sure Mr. Ramana is come back now. Yashwanth, please stay back for the question and answer session. So we'll see any other information they want to look for. So let's go back to Mr. Ramana. Yes, Mr. Ramana, please go ahead. I'm sure you are now comfortable to say your success story, Ramana.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But in the meantime, I missed some words which is given by Mr. Yashwanth. I'll continue my steps what I have trying to say.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Good day to you all. There is no shortcut to success. We all know about it. Okay. Let's come to the point. Earlier days, we didn't have enough resources to achieve any certifications. But nowadays, we have a lot of resources available because we are running through internet. We have a lot of resources which we can depend and achieve. I will just tell you what I did. Really, I didn't go through any sort of preparatory resources. I just used free apps. You can say there are many available free apps, but I have used only few. I will tell you, like the first one is Bowen's ASP CSP, which I downloaded in my mobile, and I used it continuously. Okay, every day I used to do few quizzes. In each and every quiz, we'll get 10 questions, and if you go for again we'll get 10 more questions. Like that, it will be giving continuous, questionnaire without any asking any fee or something. So that is the best app which I found. And we can also go for CHMM app which is available again for free of cost. That also will be helpful to achieve ASP and CSP. And another, again, one more app related to CIH, Certified Industrial Hygienist. That also helpful. So many similar questions I saw, which has come in ASP, in CIH app also there. I mean, you can use all these 3 apps and you can, practice. Maybe you will get repeated questions, but it will be like a good practice if you go through. And another app is Pocket Prep is there. Pocket Prep application that also you can download, and there are a few questions which is available for free of cost. And every day it will give one question. It is like question of the day, something like that. And one more thing is, if you are going through a question, suppose if you are going through a question of the day, you just try to Google that one, and you will get many questions related to many similar questions related to that particular topic. If you go through, definitely you will get more knowledge. That I'm telling about all free apps, okay? And what I did is I just referred only one book, David Yates Safety Professionals Reference and Study Guide. This I used and made my own questions out of it. And this Pocket Prep app, what I used for free of cost, most of the questions given, 90% of the questions given by David Yates, I think. Whenever I saw a question in that app, it has come from David Yates. So the book which I can refer is the David Yates one. You can purchase it with the available resources. There are so many available online resources which you can purchase it. And another one is Roger Borer, Safety and Health for Engineers. That is also there. I didn't go through that book, but people are telling that is very useful. So for CSP preparation, I will definitely go through that book and achieve some to gain more knowledge. And one more tip is, whenever you find something which is a difficult question or something like which you never come across, you just try to note down in some place or in one of the notes or something, so that you will get it referred later when you are going for the exam. That will definitely help you. And there are a lot of resources available. There are WhatsApp groups. If you can join in one of the group, you can definitely achieve some knowledge. And as rightly saying about the exam and the pattern, I just heard from Mr. Yashwanth. During the exam, read the questions and answers carefully before answering, because my way of doing is, after reading the question, if I find something related to the question, then I'll tick mark and go to next, which is really wrong. I missed few of questions because of this. Okay, so my request is, read the question properly and carefully before answering. And because most of the times we are finding matching answers in all the choices, so there will be very minute difference. So that's why we have to read the question carefully. And if you didn't find any right choice, flag the question. But before flagging, put your assumed answer, tick the assumed answer, and then flag it. If you come back again, if read it once again, if you didn't find any right answer better than the mark, just go next. That's it. So really flagging will help definitely in achieving the goal. I got around 45 minutes extra time. Again, I came back to the flagged questions, and really those helped me, I think, to succeed my ASP. And 200 questions in 300 minutes, people will say is very less time. Okay, it will be like 1.5 minutes for each question. But as of my knowledge, 1.5 minutes is quite enough, because some questions are there which you can answer in seconds. Like after reading the question, within 2-3 seconds, you can answer that one. So comparatively, if you take all the questions, the 1.5 minutes is more than enough. Don't be, in a hurry to answer all the questions and go forward. Okay. And okay, one thing is people do not plan to fail, they fail to plan. So there is a quote given by Benjamin Franklin. I really appreciate that one, because if we plan, to read and attempt the examination, I can assure you that if you spare 90 minutes per day, you will 90 minutes per day for 30 days. The 31st day, you will definitely achieve your ASP. That's my assurance, I can say. Okay, so plan it perfectly and prepare for the exam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramana, for your experience sharing with the good tips, as well as, how you managed your exam completely. So that's good to know, Ramana. Very nice. Very nice. Actually, this is the first time I introduced this experience sharing. I think it's a good way of, passing the message to the aspirants. That's very good, Yashwanth, as well as Ramana. So kindly stay back for any questions further from the participants. Let me conclude as Mr. Yashwanth already said, there is a mentoring program, and you can also online preparatory workshops, email alerts are available, smartphone apps are there, specific preparatory workshops. If you are in Kuwait, you should become a member of FASSP, because they always do the workshops at the subsidized rates, the group studies. The Sanjay Jaiswal is doing the group study in Kuwait, social media group. Mr. Bapi, I'm not sure whether he's on the call, but he's very, very, very active guy on 24 hours. Amazing. He has been instrumental in, connecting so many CSPs, not only in India, around the world. So I see the people from Nigeria, US, Canada, UAE, Kuwait, India, so many places, and thanks to Mr. Bapi for making this to happen. He's a true champion of the, BCSP, I can say. He is the one who is bringing so many people under one umbrella of, CSP group. Please join in that particular group. If you don't have any information about that group, please leave a message in the chat box. I can share with that. This is what Mr. Yashwanth was telling, BCSP mentoring program.
Thank you, Ashok sir. I am Bapi.
Yes, Bapi, how are you? Good to talk to you. Very nice. So you would like to share a few words, Bapi? We can't hear you, Bapi.
Sir, I am really very thankful for everyone in our group, and
very nice.
Thanks a lot.
Very
what
nice.
I could say.
Good,
Okay,
good.
okay, thank you.
Bapi, please leave your number in the WhatsApp group or chat, Zoom chat, so that if anybody is not in that group, they can contact you.
Okay, sir. I am sending.
Yes, perfect. So Bapi came on the right time. This is the ones I was trying to explain, the social media group. There are plenty of social media groups. As you see, the middle one is Bapi's group, CSP. He's the one who is managing that with, I think he's very, very active guy. And salute to Bapi. You are excellent managing so many, patiently you are handling so many members. I can see that. And there's a BCSP study group in Kuwait, and there are a lot of social media groups. Facebook groups are there. This is the right side is from the Dubai. There is a support forum is there. So plenty of resources, gentlemen. And if at all you want to listen to the my old awareness videos, you can go through the Vimeo as well as YouTube. You'll find all those things to get you refreshed with the knowledge. And as I was telling that BCSP is very free, very kind to provide $100 waiver for those people who are attending this particular webinar. for the full time, not just signing and going. They will track the more time also. So for the full time, whoever is there, they will get a code within a week time from the BCSP directly. If you are already registered, they know their, they know your email ID and other things. They will send it. If you are not received within a week, you can write to the ambassador at bcsp.org. They will come back to you. And that's about today's webinar. And if you have any suggestions or concerns while applying for the BCSP certifications or related any questions, we are open now. And I can just stop the sharing, and we can always see each other and talk each other for almost 10 minutes more. If anybody has got any more questions.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Please.
1 minute, one by one, please. You raise the hand, I will call the people, okay? So who is this, Mr. Amara? Okay, go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Sai, yeah.
Sir, can I speak, sir?
Yeah,
No?
go ahead, yes.
Sir, my question is not related to the examination. My question is related to this fee waiver part. Actually, I am a 4 years working professional in complete HSC. So I have recently applied this CSP, sir,
Okay.
3 weeks back.
Okay.
So I have registered for that. So will there be any chance to waive this fee of $100 in my examination when I purchase it?
I can say no, okay? But if you want to listen no from the BCSP, write to ambassador at bcsp.org. They may consider, because you just applied, they may consider that. I cannot assure, but you can write to them. Ambassador at bcsp.org. When you get a code from them, forward that code to them and ask for that, okay?
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Alfred. Go ahead, Alfred.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, so it's
Yes.
3 p.m. here. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for putting this together. It's well appreciated. So my question is, sometimes ago, I read about one of the BCSP certification that you can write at the comfort of your home. I think it was SMS.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if that is still available or it has been stopped. I have to go and write it at the
I can answer you that question, Alfred. During the COVID time, we approved that, okay? And after the COVID, that has been withdrawn. So it is no more available.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Imtiaz, go ahead.
So any other certification that is?
Yeah, Mr. Alfred.
Is there any other certification that? Is there any other certification that you can write at the comfort of your home, or
No, not exactly. As per my knowledge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Imtiaz, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. This is Etesham, sir. Etesham, sir. Sir, I want to know, sir, I am a postgraduate MSc and having diploma in industrial safety management, 1 year regular course from Patna University in India, Bihar. So right now I'm working in Kuwait, having more than 18-year experience. Sir, can I directly apply for the CSP or ASP required before that?
No, see, if your diploma in industrial safety is approved by the State Technical Board of Bihar, you can get the waiver. If it is approved by the State Technical Board, you can write to them, okay, and they will give you the waiver for ASP. Certainly, you are eligible. But in case you have any issues, let me know. We can sort out that. Okay.
Okay, sir. I will, if required, then I will call you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Mr. Imtiaz, go ahead. Yeah. Please
good
lower
evening,
your
Ashok, sir.
hands once you finish your question. Okay. Mr. Imtiaz, okay, let's go to the Mr. Upendra Buddula. Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Upendra.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I am Upendra Buddula from Dubai. I completed my master's MTech from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli in the year 2009.
Yes.
and after that, I have done my in international diploma in safety and engineering. This Protech University, and I have 13.5 years of experience in health, safety, and environmental only, sir.
Yes.
And as per my college, there should be a waiver, but I applied for CSP directly, but I got a mail from CSP that I am not eligible for CSP.
No.
I want to.
I'll tell you, MTech Trichirappalli is already listed for the waiver. Okay, it is already there in the website, So I'm sure you should be able to get it. Okay, if you are already done from MTech from Trichirappalli, you are eligible for the waiver. But there is a time limit they have given earlier that within 1 year of your graduation, you need to apply something like that. Maybe under that criteria you are not getting, but I'm sure you are eligible. Go to BCSP website, waivers listed there. Your college is already listed there, you will get it.
Yes, sir. But it is immediately after one year completion. But immediately after 1 year completion means we are not getting the 4 years of work experience, sir. So this will be only applicable for those already worked. And in this recent 1 year, say for example, 2021, if we are working, getting the certificate from NIT Trichy, it is getting, sir. So for after immediately, how can a immediate fresher can get the waivers or without the experience? That also is there. So I want to bring to your notice that if
do one thing, send your case to that ambassador.bcsp.org with earlier communication with your certificates.
Okay, sir.
We will look into that. Okay,
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
okay,
you.
Sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Imtiaz is raising hand, but he's not talking. So let's go to the another person, Mr. Sarang.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Mr. Imtiaz, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Good evening, Ashok, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, a big thank you for the presentation that you have presented, sir. As usual, with regards to this presentation and this presentation, it was tremendous from your side, sir. And a big congrats to Ramana Garu and Yashwanth for completing their certifications. Sir, I'd just like to add one more point to what they said. Even there is like Bowen EHS website where they can subscribe to that, and they will be getting ASP, CSP related questions on a weekly basis. So even that kind of questions will be very much helpful, because since I'm preparing for my CSP after the completion of my ASP exam, so it is like, helping us a lot. And inshallah, in a couple of months, hopefully I'll be completing my CSP exam, sir.
So you will share your experience soon.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
All the best, Imtiaz. Thank you. You are a very active guy. I'm sure you'll break the ice soon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Sarang.
Thank you, Ashok sir. It was a wonderful, informative session.
Yeah.
I hope I'm audible. Sir.
Yeah, you are audible. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
And after listening to these two success stories, I felt very inspired and motivated to go for either CSP or ASP according to my eligibility. But I have a very basic question, sir. Like, I have been working in construction safety from last 13 years.
Okay.
But due to this daily work habits and everything, the grasping power has gone down drastically because the reading habit has gone down. So my basic question is how to increase the grasping power so that the study material is intact, because as of now the grasping capacity is like a goldfish. I am not able to retain anything more than 10 seconds.
No, you have an excellent grasping power.
I'll answer this question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So what's your good name, sir? Hello.
He's Sarang.
Hi.
Sarang, yes.
Sarang? Yeah, Sarang. How are you? So I think the best way to do is whenever you read something, make sure you write it down, and write it down again and again until it's like ingrained into your brain. And every morning, just wake up and review those notes which you studied. So I think And as professionals who have like stayed away from books for quite long, the best way to go about retaining this much amount of information is making sure you write these notes down, read it out loud, and when you get up in the morning, like review these notes while you're having breakfast or having a cup of coffee, and so you'll have an idea of what you studied as well. And I'm hoping this helps. And also, if you have like friends or your kids or wife, make sure you get quizzed by them, by the notes that you prepare. And this is a great way of retaining whatever information you studied.
That's a very good tip, Yashwanth.
Thanks very much. It's better and good tip. I to
Sarang, your connection is so poor that we can't hear anything. So we'll come back to you. Let's go to Mr. Hamad. Yes, Mr. Hamad, go ahead. Okay, Mr. Hamad is, I think he's not there. Mr. Shekhar Babu.
No, I am here.
You are here. Go ahead, Mr.
I am
Hamad.
here, sir. I am here. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good
Salam.
evening, everybody. I'm happy joining this all full of Arbab group. So my question is, I have bachelor degree, NIPUSH diploma already, bachelor degree, and 20 years experience.
Excellent.
So am I eligible for CSP? Correct?
NEBOSH diploma is eligible. You will get the waiver. But let me talk to you. It's not a NEBOSH certificate, correct? It's not IGC. It's the diploma, correct?
No, it's the diploma.
Yeah. Diploma, you will get the waiver. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So another question, sir. Now, after this session, we will be receiving emails to get the discount, right?
Exactly. Within a week, you will get it. Yes.
Okay. And how can I join these groups? Anybody can just share the WhatsApp group or something,
Yes.
or social.
Yeah. In the chat box already, Mr. Bappi, he sent his number. You can just copy that number and save in your WhatsApp and send a message to him. I want to join. He will put you in that.
Okay, that's agreed. Thank you very much for everybody.
Appreciate.
Sir, I have already shared the link of our CSP group. Everyone can join by clicking on that link.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So, Mr. Hamad, you already shared the link to join. You click the link, you will join there. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate. Mr. Shekhar Babu, go ahead.
Sir, I would like to thank you for this conducting session. We are, sending personal SMS and WhatsApp and as well our CSP group. It's not a small, like it's a very big issue to connecting across safety professional across the one platform. I would like to thank you personally, sir. I have a wonder.
Yes, Shekhar Babu, you are the one who started this process. I remember you wanted me to.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
good.
yes,
Around 496 people registered because of you, and you are part of them now. It's very good to know.
I also shared. I am from the Necmar postgrad, sir. I also shared these WhatsApp link to my L&T colleagues and wherever I worked. So many of my friends also included in the group. Thanks for that. So I have one doubt, sir.
Tell me.
I spoken with some of who did already CSP in India. So they told me like that we need to upload all the BTech semester-wise mark lists. So I don't have a semester-wise mark list. I have a CMM consultant mark list. That is enough for the applying.
That should be enough. Absolutely enough. There is no problem at all.
Okay, that is my question, sir. Thank you, sir. Whenever I record any inputs from you, I will always definitely
welcome.
And also would like to thank Mr. Ash. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Venkatramana sir also, sir.
Yes. They're also okay. Let's go to the Mr. Anandu. Okay, Anand is there. Yes, go ahead, Anand. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one question regarding my university. I am a BTech marine engineer, and my university is an open university.
Okay.
So I was just having a doubt that whether if I'm applying, I'll be eligible for getting CSP. I mean,
see, some of guys who have done in correspondence and part-time, they got the approval. I'm sure you'll be able to get the approval.
Yeah, mine is full-time course actually.
Okay.
It's not correspondence. It's a full-time on-board study.
Okay. So you will get it.
So,
No problem. Yes.
All right, sir. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Ravi. Go ahead, Mr. Ravi. You have to unmute if you are there. Okay, it's almost now it's almost 86 minutes now. We have 4 minutes left to close the session. Okay.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes,
thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciated your efforts and your time. I have a similar doubt. I think many gentlemen asked the same doubt. I have BSc diploma level 6. Also, I'm a graduate member from CFIOSH.
Okay.
I have BZC from India. I have 20 years of experience.
Yeah.
Am I eligible for the CSP?
You are eligible for ASP 100% because you do not have any waiver courses, correct? If you have a diploma from the safety diploma from the technical and state technical board, you will get the waiver. You do not have, I think. I understand.
Yeah.
So you need to write the ASP, then you have to go it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And Mr. Hamad Salah, please go ahead.
Thank you for your explanation. Greeting for all people sharing their tips. I have two questions. First one, I'm eligible for ASP exam.
Okay.
When I'm taking some tests and some questions, I pass about 70% of this question right.
Okay.
Without studying. Is this misleading percentage, or it is a good percentage without reading box, just solving some problem depending on my own experience?
I will tell you, you have got a very good score without preparation. But if you do little preparation, you make it to 90%, 90 to 95%, then you will go with a full confidence. I always tell the people that in the preparation questions, trial questions, question banks, you should at least score 90 to 95% to make the yourself confident to crack the exam first time. So you make it little more effort, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, yes.
Yes, sir, I have one question regarding examination purchase. So if I will purchase examination this week, so approximately how many days it will take to get the exam set?
Generally 3 to 4 weeks it will get it, sir. You will get it, yes.
Okay, because I already registration done. My registration will expire in January 8th. So I have to appear for the exam before January 8, 2023.
Yes. Otherwise, you have to extend the exam again,
Yeah, no, I have planned to give the exam next month.
Yes, as Mr. Yashwanth said, you have to take it immediately so that you will have a good confidence.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Naveed. Go ahead. We have a time running out. Mr. Naveed, yeah. Yes, Naveed. Okay, let's go to the Mr. Patel.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Patel.
Thanks for the session.
Yeah.
I have one question that can we have the source for the question bank, from where we can have the question bank, like?
Yeah, that's already shared. There are so many applications, Bowen EHS and other things. So you can get the daily questions, as well as there are workshops are available, paid workshops. So there are plenty of the resources available.
Okay.
Yeah. You just search in you already shared in the chat box also. Just copy the chat box before I close this meeting. So you can go through it later also.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ramaswamy.
Yeah. So good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah.
So first of all, thanks to you for the wonderful session. It was actually an information session for the aspirants like us.
Okay.
Congrats to Yash and Ramana for the achievement. My question is, I have done my BTech Mechanical and done my MTech in HSC.
Okay.
From University of Petroleum Energy Studies, UPS Dehradun.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Then having my 11 years in L&D in the HSC field only.
Okay.
So will it be a waiver? The UPS degree will be a waiver.
Actually, strictly speaking, UPS will be eligible for the waiver, but they are not coming forward to approach BCSP. Okay, you have to approach your college to send one letter from UPS to BCSP about the course, about the syllabus, about the examination process. Like Trichy, they got the waiver, and Nagpur Fire Engineering, they got the waiver. I was instrumental behind that. I informed Dr. Nihal and others also to approach, but nobody is coming forward. So as a student, you can also try yourself because you will get the benefit out of that, So you try to get from the UPS. Yes. Mr. Rahman, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Rahman. Okay, Mr. Syed. Okay, gentlemen, I think this is almost, we have done a lot of sessions, and I would like to thank everybody who is joining today. Most importantly, Ramana as well as Mr. Yashwanth, who shared their experience today. As I was telling that, in case you have any clarifications, you write to ambassador@bcsp.org. They will be clarifying it. And in case you have any clarification, you can also write to me, and you can also write to Yashwanth as well as Mr. Ramana, who shared their, contact details in the chat box. I recommend you to copy the chat box because so much of information is there. Copy the chat box before I close in 2 minutes, and you can also go through the chat box very leisurely. And important thing is that Mr. Bhakti has shared the WhatsApp group link. Please join in the group link. So you will get plenty of information on daily basis. So with that, I would like to thank you everybody for staying back. Almost 110 members are still there. With that, I would like to thank, and we'll catch up, and always contact me for any clarification. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Enjoy your rest of the evening, and wish you all the success for the CSP and